Hello, welcome back. Welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. I don't like using necessarily paper towel, but I'm going to do it because, of course, it's funny how when you have a liquid in a cup, it's all nicely contained. And when it spills, it's not nicely contained. So that is the power cord that I suspect will eventually test the SuperPET. And here, and I think it's in a favorable position, comparatively speaking, is a Vic-20 power supply. And of course, it's twisted and gnarled and twisted and gnarled and wrapped around other things. And it's wet. Because that's what happens. There's a phone charging cable. It still has a phone attached. That's beautiful. And of course, it's wrapped up in another cord. And another cord. And another cord. Oh, man. Okay. Yes. Keep charging, little phone thing. So now, I think maybe, possibly, this is torment. There. I will wipe the cord from end to end. And this was upside down. It looks like maybe there's a place that liquid could have gone in on the other side, but it was in a good position. So there. And then this can go in the chair. Now, here is the video cable that runs over to the monitor. But you know what I really got to do? I've got to take this glass, which was fine. It is no longer fine. Find the wayward ice cubes. Because they are just going to make things wetter. Ugh, golly. What a disaster. Okay. Okay. So this cup obviously is going to have to be washed. All right, let's see what we can rescue before things get worse. Oh, let's see. Is this joystick? Okay, this joystick is free from the flood zone. This joystick is free from the flood zone. The screwdriver is free from the flood zone. All right. Oh, this lovely de-soldering iron is not free from the flood zone. So we'll wipe it here and there and everywhere. Maybe I'll just stick that on there to soak up some stuff. And this too. Oh, I've been slimed. Can go on the chair. Oh man, what a mess. All right. This is also, and of course it's not winter. I'm gonna have to at some point spray, like almost hose this down, because this is the kind of thing that can bring ants. Okay, so this is free from bad things. This is free from the wetness. This bag of cotton swabs is not free from the zone. Not free from the zone. Okay. I'll put that in the chair. Put that in the mug. Okay, this is the bottom of the Vic-20, and it seems to be okay. Now, here is the Star Wars thing, and it definitely got gentrification. Now, while I can, and I'm here, I'm going to take a big wad of this and just set it down in there, looking for things to get wrapped up. Oh, golly, what a stupid thing to do. Oh, no. No. Some of it, a little bit, has reached the bottom of my camera here. It should not be bad. It should not be bad. It's just on the battery door. And indeed, it fires up. So that too, go in the chair. Now I do see, this will be interesting, some of the paper that goes under the cost-reduced Vic-20 is a little bit wet. It is. This thing, which has all kinds of stuff in it, seems to be okay. So, oh yeah, this is wet. So, and this, now certainly I'm never going to put this back in when it's wet, but this shield is kind of necessary with the cost-reduced Vic-20 because the board is smaller and it needs the shield so that you can successfully mount it. And it is very important to be able to mount things properly, effectively, and efficiently. So it does have a curl to it. That is unfortunate. But I suspect it will be okay. So I'm going to tuck that under here. It's pretty nice and dry. Now this... Well, I did need to get more space for the pet on here. Now I will have it. So this shielding thing is also quite wet. What is this too? Oh, another power supply. It's funny how a nice contained liquid can become such a disaster. So, and this thing has lots of nice prongs that like to come up and mess with you as you do this. Okay, that is coming along. So I'll lay this down here, where I have things, squishy things. Squish them in. Oh, there's some solder. You know what else I have here, which is rare these days? Oh, and it's got holes in it. Alright, I'm not going to put the soaking wet goop in there. Here is my sacred cup. I will put the soaking wet goop in there. This bag may be handy for something else, but really not for wet stuff, because that's all you need is to get it all full of wet stuff and have it drip all over the place. Okay. Now here's some sockets in a case. Here's some sockets in a case. Oh, I'm not into that. Okay, just get in there. Oh. Dum 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 dum. All right, I can go up there. This can go there, and that can go there. And I'll pat some of these things here. Now here is another thing that definitely got wet. And it would be the power supply for a 64. Of course, tangled in other wires, because that's what we do. We get tangled. Alright, so rub it down. This power supply was made in the 8th month of 1983. Okay. Made in Singapore. Nortel PETE. Alright. Let's squish some more stuff here. Now, this is doing okay. I gotta be careful not to tip these things over. This is, of course, for the desoldering iron to clean it out. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, we're almost there. There's another little screwdriver. this is a bigger screwdriver. This one has a Torx 10 bit in it, which is not used very often, but it is needed to open a 64C that has Torx bits, sometimes inside too. But it's funny how I guess, they used what they had. And sometimes you find a machine, the outside is Torx bits, the inside is Phillips. Ah. Okay, solder is dry. Well, I meant to put that on one of the cans, but it fell. It fell onto the floor. Okay. Here we have, in a wayward way, oh, I thought that was that infiltrated? No, it was not. This is a Boss joystick. Okay. Now what is this? Oh, okay. This is the video cable that goes to the monitors, and it has been afflicted. So, but because it's still in the wet zone, I will try and do a whole lot of mopping up here. The other thing that just adds to the joy of this is on the table. On the table were a bunch of screws that came out of 64s and Vic-20s that I said, oh yeah, I'll get them in a bag. But I haven't yet. Okay, well that's helpful. All right, just a little bit more on the table, I think, will be in a satisfactorily dry position. I think. Oh, yeah. This cable needs some treatment because it too got slimed along the way. It's a long cable. Let go. Yeah. But, oh, yeah. There's more here because this was closer to it. Oh, nothing like sticky slime. Anyway, I don't know. For those of you that don't know, I do use, this is a thing to make sure I never have to change video cables. This is a 5-pin. This is what we used to get at Radio Shack when we didn't have the original Commodore cables. And then you can pick and choose what you want plugged in. Okay, so I'm not going to use that for this moment, and I will toss it aside. All right, now I'll work the screws into a little thing here, and I'll tap them down, and I'll stick that in there. Oh, I still see remnants of slime. Not much. Oh, this cable seems to have got it. There we go. I felt that. This is a little cable that would go to, I think, well, there's all kinds of things in the USB world, but typically I think it's one that I've used to charge Bluetooth things. All right. Let's go round and round and round. Okay. Yuck. And then, let's toss that back there. And then these screws. I don't really have a bag. I don't. Oh. I know I was throwing screws into a thing. I don't like doing that. So you know what? I'm just going to put them up here. Okay. Lots of little screws on a tired day. What is that? Oh. Maybe one last wipe around. In case there's any wayward liquid. I don't think there is. All right. Well, the table is a lot clearer than it would have been had this not happened. Look, it's a little switch for a TV. Put that over here too. Alright, so I have a charging microphone, I have things there, I have a charging phone. This did not get slimed. I'll stick it in the bucket on the floor. But I think one thing I will do, because I can now, I'm here, is, and I like this charging thing, I'm going to grab this thing. This is a disc box. It's a beautiful thing. It is, and I like having the on-air sign on it. Oh, that's right, I put a disc underneath it to try and flatten it out. I wonder if it did anything good. Not really. Still twisted, still bent. Oh well. Of course, right now, now that I have all this crap on the top of it, I really can't open it. But anyway, I'll put this over here. We're still on the air, but I liked it better here. And, oh, look, there's some wayward solder. Pitfall. Yeah. Spilling a drink is a pitfall. I'll just put that there. Ooh, more wayward solder. Since I pretty much disabled this cup for the moment, I might as well just get this all in. Okay, well that cup is going. It's going downstairs. It is. And then, what's going to happen then? I'm going to go get the SuperPET. Bring it on up here. And we can explore. So, thanks for coming. Sorry about the delay. Yeah, don't have drinks nearby. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. All right, we'll see you again soon. Back in the TV room where the SuperPET will soon reside for a while. Remember, 50% 8032 works, 50% SuperPET works, which means 25% chance. Now, if the 8032 board doesn't work, it's very unlikely that I'm going to be able to figure out if the SuperPET is working. Very unlikely. But we'll see. So thanks for coming. See you again soon, back here in the TV room. I'm David Bradley, your host. Bye for now.